Fall's a perfect time to hunker down with a good book, especially if it has some heat to it. Sarah MacLean is the best-selling author of a recent Club Calvi thick pick, These Summer Storms, and is co-host of a romance podcast. She has 3 recommendations for fall reads for Club Calvi, and Sarah joins us now. It's so good to talk to you.
I'm so happy to be here.
We loved These Summer Storms, and it was your first time with contemporary fiction. So tell me what inspired you to write this.
Well, you know, I've written 19 historical novels, and I was in the pandemic. I was potting with my family in a little town on the coast of Rhode Island, and I got really fascinated with that world of Rhode Island wealth and what it would be like to be part of one of those big families kind of potting together. So I think ultimately I ended up writing a story about a family kind of trapped on an island, which we all really felt like we were doing back then.
People loved it. One person saying it was deliciously impossible to put down.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Congratulations on that.
Thank
and
you.
You being your romance podcast, Fated Mates, I wanted to get your recommendations for the fall and romance choices that you're making. So let's talk about these books. The first is called To Clutch a Razor by Veronica Roth.
Yes. So October is the perfect time for something a little bit paranormal, a little bit fantastical. And Veronica's series, the Curse Bearer series, is set in modern-day Chicago, but it's a group of monster hunters, and paranormal creatures all working together to find Baba Yaga, the witch from Polish myth, from Slavic myth. So, you know, it's a band of people working together, fighting big bads. It's really telling us a big adventure story. And I love an adventure story in October. I especially love one if there's some sort of creepy characters in there.
Yeah, I'm in. It sounds great. Tell me about the second book. It's called Full Bloom by Francesca Ceratelli.
Well, listen, for me, New York City is all about the fall. And I think this is a really quintessential New York novel. The main character's had like a real day. It's her birthday. She broke up with her boyfriend. Her friends have it all together, but she's sort of a mess at work and in life. She gets back to her apartment and she discovers that her neighbor, who's a sort of elderly magical French woman, has made her a perfume that makes her irresistible to the wide world. So she begins to use this perfume to like summon people to her, to maybe get a leg up at work. But when you have that kind of power, sometimes it unleashes some secrets in your past that you're not ready for.
Too bad, because I was saying, hey, we should all get that perfume.
I know. I want that perfume, but not the mystery that comes with it.
Why did you like The Earl That Got Away by Diana Quincy?
Well, listen, fall's also for second chances, and this romance is a perfect persuasion retelling. The heroine is an Arab American who walked away from the love of her life in Victorian America, and now is back 8 years later in London, Victorian London. And that poor boy who she couldn't marry because of family expectations is now an earl and the biggest bachelor on the scene. And it's spicy and lush and full of yearning. And you're gonna want this one in the first cold night of the year.
Oh, I love it, with a blanket sitting there with a nice cup of hot cocoa.
Exactly.
I'm in. All right, you co-host that weekly podcast, Fated Mates, that we talked about. Give us an idea, maybe some advice for those who might want to write their own romance novel.
Oh, well, I mean, the best thing to do if you want to write a romance novel is to read a bunch of romance novels. There's so much out there. There's something for everyone, whether you like paranormal or contemporary or historical, a little magical realism. And then once you've read a bunch of them and you're ready to tell your own story, the romance world is waiting for you. Our readers are voracious.
Sarah MacLean, thank you so much for these recommendations, and thank you for this. It's wonderful, These Summer Storms. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to hear about your next book, so we're going to have to talk about that.
We'll do that
after. So these are the recommendations again. In case you missed them, we have To Clutch a Razor, Full Bloom, and The Earl That Got Away. You can read excerpts and get the books at clubcalvi.com.